Hey, welcome back. What is a paradigm? I talk about paradigms all the time, and I want to just kind of clarify a little bit. We want to understand our inner paradigm. We want to increase the awareness of our paradigm, and then we want to transform our inner paradigm. So, starting out with understanding what is it? What is a paradigm? Um, the inner paradigm refers to a subconscious beliefs, perspectives, and thought patterns that shape our perception in life. Okay, we we um we have perceptions and behaviors and experiences that are all controlled by our inner paradigm. And these paradigms are so deeply ingrained that they're subconscious. You don't know them, you don't know it necessarily, and you're not aware that this is what actually controls everything you do. It's just mind-blowing once you become aware that you have like this inner computer system that runs in the background, and it really controls every single thing that you do. it's like it's kind of like it's kind of a weird concept to grasp, but it's the case. It's what happens. Like, you grow up, like you're born, and from that moment that you're born, your system, your brain learns and sees and thinks, and like by all these things that happen surrounding your caregivers, your environment, your experiences. And that's why no brain is the same, guys. You have to think about this way. No brain is the same, because everyone has different little pathways formed based on their unique ways of upbringing and their unique input that this computer system, aka our brain, has developed, right? So the impact of an inner paradigm is by it empowers us to either reach bigger heights if the input in there has been that you can do everything, like you can do and be anything and everything you want, or it can limit us. Because if the input that we have received was like, stay down, you're not able to do it, maybe be careful, like don't jump on there all the time. Like, if you've had fearful caregivers, for example, they will then also have told you things that make you more timid. Okay, so you recognize your being with, or like, if your actions are always timid, you have to examine what's in that paradigm. Maybe you're always timid because your parents were timid. Okay, and that's what is in your script. Okay, um maybe your parents were like constantly encouraging you and like uplifting you and telling you you're doing awesome things, so you are more encouraged to do those things. Paradigms can really really impact everything: your decisions, your emotions, your relationships, your overall well-being. Really, it's mind-blowing how much these paradigms are actually controlling. And acknowledging these paradigms will actually help you to get done what you want to get done. Okay. All right. So increasing the awareness of our inner paradigms. What do I mean by that? We really need to, like anything and everything you do, you need to always question, do I do it because I choose it, or do I do it because I'm just doing it? Get off the autopilot. Okay? Set time to adjust and figure out, am I doing this because I chose to do it? Did I put it consciously in my brain that I want to do certain things? Or am I just going through the motions? If you have problems, for example, with a relationship and the way how to do something, let's say cleaning in the house, okay? You have to acknowledge what your paradigm says. What do you perceive as being clean versus what the other person perceives as being clean? Or, I mean, any anything, any topic, any circumstance runs through these paradigms. So when you have problems in relationships, for example, your values, your core values, your beliefs, your perceptions are all different. And when you want to heal a relationship, you have to become aware of what is in your paradigm and what is in the other person's paradigm. And then how do you want to do it together? Do you want to, first, do you believe the same, or are you different? And then how do you want to feel? What do you want to believe? Does the other one want to believe that as well? And that's how you can then overcome, like once you are aware of your inner paradigm and the other person's inner paradigm, that's when you can actually start understanding that you can actually change it, right? So you transform your inner paradigm by challenging these beliefs that you believe, that the other person believes, right? You challenge those beliefs and then you decide new. You figure out, what do you want to do? So, what I want to say with that is anything that you do, like let's say we are talking about you yourself, your actions are not matching the results that you want, and you don't know why. You have to look back to your paradigm. You have to figure out, why am I doing what I'm doing? Why am I not doing what I want to do? And where's that come from? Why am I not doing these things? It's always the paradigm. It's always a subconscious belief that you're thinking, a subconscious thought that is controlling your actions and creating the outcome. It's always the thought that creates the action that then creates the outcome. And if you don't like where you are, and if you don't like what's going on for you, you need to change the thought, control the actions, and then have a different result. When your relationships are not the same, you do this, he does that, or she does that, whatever, whoever, and together you have to figure out, what do we want to believe? What do we want to accomplish? What do we want to do? And then together you are going to be able to fix it. But sometimes not, the other person doesn't want to do it. The other person might not be open enough to do that personal development work. If that's the case, you can still control you. You can still control how you are going to react to your paradigm. You can be aware that the other person has this, that, and the other going on. And you have to make your own choices. But everything is in your paradigm. Remember that even though it is there, it's not permanent. You get to choose what you want it to be like. You get to be the driver's seat with your life. Okay? That's the cool thing about it. You get to be you. You get to have your life. You get to decide what you want to do, the actions you want to do, the thoughts you want to think. It's just that you actually have to be in control, take responsibility, and do the steps. Okay? If you have any questions, let me know in the comments.